Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if that's the first time you see me. I am Sarah and this is Ink and Equality. In this space we explore topics around feminism and equality and books that shape our world. Today we are exploring one of the most important books around beauty standards and how beauty industry have shaped our lives as women. The book is The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf. Now go ahead and get yourself something to drink and let's talk about it. Have you ever felt that you have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain size or a shade of color? Have you been told you've gained weight or you seem skinny? What happened? Are you okay? Or my favorite, you look tired today. Are you sick? When actually I haven't put on any makeup. So this book today is exactly about that. Beauty Myth explores how society shapes women identity and shapes women choices and interactions in the world according to their beauty, how they look, how they dress up, how they interact. This book was published in 1990, over 3 decades ago. Still, we are suffering from the same issues that was discussed. Naomi Wolf is discussing in her book that beauty is not an inherent thing, it's not a reality, it's just a myth. Something that was created by society, a social construct that was made up to keep women occupied, keep them focusing on the way they looked, the way they presented themselves in society, rather than focusing on their life or on their careers. It's just a way to keep women under control. Wolf identifies how society have kept women under control or under the beauty myth control in different industries. Industries like media, fashion industry, advertisement, and even healthcare industry. She believes that those industries have found ways to benefit from women's insecurities, to sell them products, or to sell them procedures or new diets or workouts. Women are always told, we are always told that we have to change ourselves to fit a narrow idea of perfection. To understand how deeply rooted the beauty myth is, we need to look at its history. Throughout time, beauty standards have shifted from the voluptuous figures of the Renaissance to the thin, tall models of today. But it's not just about fashion, it's about control. In earlier centuries, beauty ideals were more closely tied to social class and status. However, with the rise of the consumerism in the 20th century, beauty became something more of universal, something everyone could be sold. The media played a huge role in this shift, using advertisements to create an illusion that beauty could be bought. Wolf, in her book, talks exactly about that. She is connecting the rise of the beauty ideals or the beauty myth with advertisements. She's saying that if we look at advertisement, there is always something to be bought. For example, when women started working in the Second World War, the advertisements were about how to be the best worker, how to dress well when you're going to work, how to be the perfect employee and the perfect mom at the same time. Everything was catering for women to consume more makeup, more outfits, more things for them to buy so they can work better, so they can accomplish more. But after World War II, the advertisements industry shifted into how to be the perfect mom, stay-at-home wife. All of the advertisements, all of the products in media, in journals were about what to cook for your family, how to make them happier, how to dress for your man, how to be a woman at home. So both ways, women are called to consume. Women are called to buy more. But it's more about what fits society, what fits the major view that the society, or let me call it by its name, patriarchy, wants women to do. If it benefits the patriarchy that women go to work, be independent, work hard, the advertisement would be about comfortable clothes and healthy food and how to work well for very long hours. But if it's more beneficial for a woman to stay at home, the advertisement would be about stockings and high heels and big dresses. Both ways, women are being manipulated and preyed upon to consume, not taking into consideration their mental health. It's just about how much they can buy. So what does that mean for women in the real world? Wolf discusses in her book that there are lots of consequences to the beauty ideals and the beauty industry, one of which is psychological impacts. Women from a very young age, from childhood, are taught to compare themselves to an ideal that is unattainable, just always running after the perfect body, the perfect shape, but they can never arrive at it, which keeps them on a hamster wheel, and of course that creates a huge impact on their mental health. Studies show that beauty standards can lead to eating disorders, low self-esteem, and anxiety, but it goes beyond just how women feel about themselves. The beauty myth affects women in their career too. Research shows that women who fit conventional beauty standards are more likely to be hired, promoted, and paid higher salaries than those who don't. This reminds me of something that happened to a friend of mine. When we were at university, one of my lovely friends was told by her manager in an internship that she should dress well, take care of the way she looks. She needs to be presentable because there are lots of clients and she doesn't look quite presentable. That's what he said. The issue was not hygienic, the issue was that she didn't have enough makeup on. She was advised by a man who is 45 or maybe older that she needs to put more makeup to be presentable or she might get fired. Of course, those exact words were not said, but it was said that part of this job is to look presentable. The beauty myth has also been commercialized in a way that feeds off women's insecurity. Think about how much money the beauty industry makes each year. There are entire industries built around making women feel like they are never enough, like there is always something more they can change about themselves. From skincare to weight loss products, we are bombarded with messages telling us that our worth is tied to how we look. But what happens when we stop buying into these narratives? What would it mean if we saw ourselves as valuable regardless of whether we fit society's ideals of beauty? When I first read The Beauty Myth, I was surprised. It was written in the 90s, and still, after 30 years, after more than 30 years, we are still stuck in the same dilemma of how pretty we are, how skinny we are. Now more than ever, more than the last decades, because it's more accessible. I can go get my nose fixed, get lips fillers, cheek fillers, everywhere fillers. I can get anything I want. I can change the way I look. But why? Because it's a trend. That's the point. We need all to be exactly what we see on TV or on social media or on magazines or on whatever influencer we are following, which doesn't make sense because it is ever changing. Maybe today we should look like Kim Kardashian when she decided to have the hourglass body, or we have to look like a model, very skinny, Bella Hadid or someone. I don't know, but does it make sense for all of us to look exactly alike? It doesn't make sense. If we think about it, we were raised this way. This is how I remember it. I started dieting when I was 10 years old. I started eating less or taking sandwiches to school with brown bread, not with white bread, so my weight stays under control. 10 years old. I shouldn't have gone through this or any other child. Yes, I was a little bit of a chubby child, but well, my mother wanted the best for me. She wanted me to be skinny and pretty because that's what she was fed. This is the information that she was brainwashed into. And by the way, this is the information that I was brainwashed into. I'm not sitting here telling you how I am very enlightened and open-minded and I don't care about these things. I do. Actually, I do. I'm just telling you, let's recognize that it's wrong. Even if we do have these things stuck in our brain, like how skinny should we be, and if we need a little bit of touch-up of Botox, we're getting old, aren't we? It's unreal. It was created by someone who is benefiting from our insecurity, our money, and our health. So, what do you think we should do? How can we deconstruct the beauty myth? I think the first thing we should do is to start questioning every and each thing we do around ourselves and around our body. Let's start by thinking, am I doing that because it suits me or because society said I should be doing it? Let's start by questioning, why is this really engraved in my brain? Why is it engraved that I have to be a specific size or a specific shade of color or a specific age, by the way? That is also part of it. I believe that there are three things that if we start implementing in our life, we can start to deconstruct the beauty myth, the beauty standards around us. First of all is to unfollow harmful content on social media. I mean social media influencers, male or female, that are telling you need to lose weight or you need to change something about yourself or you will be better if you do this or that. Those who promote dietary restriction or those who promote specific procedures. Celebrating diversity in beauty. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are beautiful, I am sure. Whoever you are, whoever is listening to me, 100% I am sure that you are beautiful. In your own way, in your own manner. Instead of trying to make ourselves a specific shade of color or a specific weight or a specific height for some people, let's look at what is beautiful in us. Everyone has a trait that is specifically unique to them, that makes them different than everyone else and that makes them beautiful in their own way. And I think we should all start engaging in real, heartful conversations with each other about our worth in this world and trying to alienate the idea that our worth is tied to our beauty, starting from our young ones, our children or our nieces or nephews. Instead of telling them how beautiful they are, let's start telling them how kind they are, how nice they are. At the end, I would like to tell you that Naomi Wolf's book shows us that beauty is not just a shallow concept. It's a concept that is controlling women's life since they are children and until they die. But it doesn't have to define us. We can change the way we see beauty and we can change the way beauty is by changing the way we look at ourselves and by changing the way we value ourselves. And I think that's a revolution worth having. Talking about revolutions, try to guess in the comments what the next video is going to be about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed this book review. If you identify any of these things happening to you in your life, please write for me in the comments. Let's have a talk about it. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and let me see you in my upcoming video. See you next time. Bye bye, guys.